Hi, fellow foodies. This is Ray Ocanto, and welcome to this episode of Dine Out Bites. On today's show, we'll be cooking up a special recipe with one of my favorite California chefs, Vinnie D'Angelo. We'll have a conversation with someone who knows everything about fruit, our own Central California fruit guru, Steve Paul. We'll be visiting with Erica Magarian, who will share with us the Fasi Estate Winery experience. And we'll also visit with the always colorful Mike Oz from Yahoo Sports. Are you ready? Come on, let's grab a Dine Out Bite.
Welcome to Dine Out Bytes, transporting you to experience the best food, wine, art, and culture in Central California. Dine Out Bytes is brought to you in part by the California Gourmet Company, Sam's Italian Deli and Market, and Bella Luna Bistro. Now from the Fasi Estate Winery in Madera, California, here's your host of Dine Out Bytes, Ray Ocanto.
He is one of the best California chefs focusing on farm-to-table techniques. Executive chef and owner of Bella Luna Bistro in Merced, California. Vinnie D'Angelo is here to share with us one of his creative, delicious recipes for the summer. Welcome, Chef. It's good to see you. It's always great to see you. What do you got going for us?
We're going to do something called Summer Serenade. We're here at Fasi Winery. They have delicious wines. Let's get their Syrah, Ray.
Okay, great.
The Syrah's usually got a nice, deep, rich plum flavor and berry flavor. It's going to be great to make a red wine balsamic glaze. Okay, let's pour about 8 ounces in there.
Okay.
Just pour it right in. Beautiful. We're going to take that. Now, take some balsamic vinegar.
Okay.
Add some balsamic vinegar in there. So we're going to reduce this to make a glaze for the fruit. It's going to have a nice, rich, sweet. That's enough.
Okay.
And to that, I want to take some local oranges and just put a little bit of that orange peel in there. The orange peel is going to give it a nice citrus undertones. Right here we have some white nectarines and some fresh figs, and we wrap them with smoked pancetta. Pancetta is a bacon from Italy. It's a unsmoked, delicious bacon.
Okay, just put it right into the pan?
Right in.
Okay. And the stone fruit inside of the pancetta,
The
Chef?
stone fruit's inside the pancetta. We'll let this cook down a little bit. We're gonna brown it off.
Okay.
And then we're gonna add the herbs and the tomatoes towards the end.
Just throw the herbs right in?
Now, once we flip it, let's let it get a little bit of color.
Okay.
So what we're gonna do is take some arugula.
Okay.
Arugula's got a little bit of a peppery flavor. Fresh arugula is a delicious base for salads. Let's get some
I love
arugula on there.
It's an
Okay.
underappreciated.
Now you can add the herbs and the tomatoes right into it.
In any sequence, Chef?
No, just put them right in.
Okay. You can absolutely smell that sage, and what else is in there? The sage and...
Sage and rosemary.
Yeah.
Another part of our salad's gonna be burrata cheese. Burrata cheese has an outer layer of fresh mozzarella, and the inside is soaked in cream. It's mozzarella soaked in cream. It's really rich and delicious. We're gonna put that right on the arugula. Then we're gonna take some radicchio. Radicchio is part of the Chicoria family, or the endive family. This radicchio is grown in La Grande, actually. Local radicchio.
Yeah. Just up the road, right?
Just up the road.
Yeah.
Okay, so I want you to place the fruit wrapped in bacon all around it.
Okay. Just set it on the radicchio?
Just set it on the parts of the radicchio, it'll be fine. You place the tomatoes around the cheese. So, you know, you look at something before you eat it. So creating visuals, you really need food that has color, vibrant colors.
Yeah, no question. Most of us eat with our eyes,
Beautiful,
right?
Ray. That looks beautiful.
Yes.
Okay, so now what we're gonna do, the burrata cheese, I'm gonna slightly open it, expose the creamy center. Ray, I want you to take some of that pepper from that pepper mill right there. I want you to grate the fresh black pepper all over the cheese. Then I want you to take a little bit of the salt and sprinkle it around with your hand over everything, a little bit of salt on everything. The salt really gives a nice balance of things. Right on the cheese, beautiful. Then take the California grown walnuts that we lightly toasted, put them right on top of the cheese, right in the middle. Okay?
Gorgeous, gorgeous.
And last but not least, we want to get our glaze on there. The glaze is going to add the flavor balance. So we're going to take the glaze that I pre-made, made with Fasi wine. Wow. I want you to take it and just drizzle it over the fruit, not on the cheese. Beautiful. And there's your finished dish. This is the Summer Serenade.
That's absolutely beautiful. I want to take a little bite of that, Chef.
Sure.
Let's sample it a little bit. How would I do it? Just dig into the cheese?
Well, I would take a crostini,
Okay.
right?
Yeah.
Put a little cheese and a piece of fruit on it and make a little hors d'oeuvre out of it.
Okay, a little cheese. Little piece of that beautiful stone fruit and bacon. Let's try that. That's delicious. Outstanding. Amazing presentation. One of the best chefs in California right here. Bella Luna Bistro, Chef Vinnie D'Angelo. Always a great pleasure to see you. Thank you.
Hey.
I don't know if I've met anyone who understands stone fruit more than our next guest. He's the category director for Homegrown Organic Farms and the managing partner for California Gourmet Company. My really good friend, Steve Paul. Good to see you, Steve.
Thank you, Ray. Thanks for
tell me a
having
little
us.
bit, you know, when we go to the store and pick out fruit, how many times have we gone to the store, picked out a piece of fruit, got it home, and it's like, it just doesn't taste very good. What should we be looking for? I mean,
Well,
guide us through that.
You know, that's a really hard situation. I think what you got to look for, a lot of time, brand identity and trust is important, because who's behind the brand is also one very involved in packing and picking quality varieties that eat well. You know, so there's an integrity of the brand that's behind it, but mostly flavor. Flavor is important. In the 80s and part of the 90s, flavor was an identity that was lost.
Yeah.
So really what we are doing is focusing on bringing back that flavor.
Yeah.
And that flavor is all about picking the right varieties and how it's being farmed and delivering that, so it's a memorable experience. That's what you want.
I've been salivating for the last 5 minutes, wanting to taste a little piece of this fruit.
Unbelievable.
The color is absolutely gorgeous.
Yes, we can probably start with the plua.
Yeah,
Okay,
let's
I'd
do it.
probably grab that one there.
Okay.
And you can take a bite out of
So
that
this
one.
is a percentage of...
That is 75% plum, 25% apricot. The juice profile is over the top on this. Oh, and the color, it has a sunrise or a sunset, take whatever you want, where it bleeds this natural yellow color out to red.
That is awesome.
And it's a really, really amazing piece of fruit.
You know what makes it so awesome is that it's super sweet at the point of contact, but then has a tarty finish on it. The perfect balance. That's the way I love my fruit.
Sugar to acid ratio balance on that is really, really good. This is,
That's outstanding.
and the color profile is really, really nice on that. So now we'll move over to here. Now this is a proprietary variety. This is a line that Homegrown has, and it's called Dulce Vita. It's actually known as the sweet line.
Sweet line, yes,
Yeah,
yes.
Dulce Vita. But
Yeah.
these come from the south of France.
Okay.
This is a breeding program that is a high sugar program, and we're the only ones that have the Dulce Vita line of nectarines, which basically takes the bricks, the sugar, and it's usually 2 or 3% over the typical California ones that are farmed
That
here.
is fascinating.
It's amazing. And the response on this, I mean, some of the top retailers are lining up for this. They want this, and now it's being called out where, hey, I want only Dulce Vita.
Yeah,
well, Dulce Vita is limited, so we'll give it to you. There is a premium because the grower pays for a premium to have this. And there is a limited supply of this, but it's a Homegrown exclusive.
But it's really light. I mean, as I'm biting it, it almost just melts in your mouth. You don't have to chew it too much.
So
It's delicious.
white nectarines are, you know, basically considered subacid, low acid, high sugar. This happens to be higher sugar over the top.
Yeah, so the next time you go to a store, pick up a delicious piece of fruit. You can thank the fruit guru, Steve Paul.
Thank you. my friend. Thank you very much. A lot of fun.
Yeah, you
Eat
bet.
summer fruit.
Yeah. Whether you want to taste something extraordinary, learn something new, or simply enjoy an afternoon, then Fasi Estate Winery is your must-stop. I'm here with winery manager, Erica Magarian. Erica, so nice to see you.
Great to see you, Ray.
Yeah,
Welcome,
thank
welcome.
you. Talk about a hidden gem in the Central Valley. I love your wine. I love your winery. Tell us a little bit about the Fasi winery experience.
So Fasi Estate Winery has been around since 2003. That was the very first vintage of wine we ever made. It was always a goal of the Fasi family to have a tasting room to ultimately showcase those wines. So in 2012, we opened this beautiful tasting room for the public to come. We're open 7 days a week, 11 to 5. So people can come up, bring a picnic, relax on the wonderful covered patio area and enjoy some wine.
Yeah, you have some really great wines. I've tried a couple, and I'd love to sample a few more. Let's walk through a
Yes,
flight
let's go
here,
through
right?
it.
Yeah.
This is our new vintage of our Chardonnay. It's our 2016 Chardonnay. It's barrel aged, but you can't really tell from the palate. It's not that Chardonnay of yesteryear, so to speak. It's not buttery and oaky. It's crisp and refreshing.
It really
on the
is.
palate.
It's light. It doesn't have that oaky finish, almost like it was done in a steel tank because there's no.
But not.
Yeah.
Because it has a smoothness from the barrel that we used, but it doesn't have the oak.
Yeah, really a lot of melon notes there, citrusy, light, refreshing. That is delicious. It's actually one of my favorite Chardonnays.
Next up, I know everybody was interested in trying this earlier. This is our new Syrah Rosé. This is a 2016 vintage as well, and it's a Rhone-style off-dry rosé. So a lot of people assume when they see that color that it's going to be a sweeter rosé or a white Zinfandel, so to speak. This rosé is off-dry, but it's not off-putting. And this type of rosé, specifically the Rhone-style rosé, is becoming even more popular than the older style white Zin sweet rosé was.
Yeah, this has got a really nice, almost a hint of a spirit to it on the finish. Really delicious, really smooth. That's an awesome rosé. Really well done.
So this next one is our Syrah. This is our baby, our flagship wine, what we're known for here at Fasi. We've been crafting our Syrah since 2003. This is our 2014 you're trying now from us in your glass.
That's really nice. That's really, really good.
We have earned a gold medal or better for every vintage to date of our Syrah. We have also been recognized by Forbes magazine as having one of the top 10 best wines of 2015 globally. So we're really proud of our Syrah and all it's accomplished.
That's delicious. Really amazing wine. Really well done.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, you know what? It's you can't help but say you got to go crazy for Fasi, right?
Exactly.
Delicious. Yeah,
exactly.
Great to see you.
Thank you for coming up
You
and
bet.
visiting us today.
Thank you. He's been with Yahoo Sports since 2013, and he's also the host of Old Baseball Card video series on Yahoo Sports. Welcome, Mike Oz. Mike, I'm a big
How you
fan.
doing? Thanks for having me.
Yeah, great.
Yeah.
Tell me a little bit about your idea. I mean, you are the co-creator of one of the biggest taco truck events in all of California. Where did that come from?
So I'm not from the Valley, right?
Yeah.
So I moved out here, and one of the things I quickly noticed was that there's a lot of hometown bragging rights of like who has the best tacos. So I ate tacos everywhere, from Raisin City to Visalia to Early Mart, all the different places. And we thought, hey, let's create an event where you bring all the different taco trucks together and see who's the best.
Yeah.
And that was 8 years ago. This year we're coming up on Taco Truck Throwdown 8, and we're gonna see who wins this year.
Yeah. You have one of the things I love about you, have a really unique style in terms of what you do. I mean, yes, the Taco Festival, but you're also a journalist writing for Yahoo Sports. I became a fan of yours when you were at the Fresno Bee. Tell me about your connection to Major League Baseball and how your idea around the old trading cards came.
Well, it's funny, so most people out here know me from being the Fresno Bee, writing about entertainment, pop culture. But when I was a kid, what I wanted to do was write about baseball. And it just so happened that when I got out of school, like the Bee offered me a job to go do something else. And I'm like, yeah, I'll go do that. But I'd always wanted to do sports. And so this opportunity came up at Yahoo Sports, and I jumped at that. And sort of a couple of years in, I'm like, man, I have all these baseball cards in the garage. What can I do with them? And the idea hit me like, yeah, people open old baseball cards for fun, but no one goes out and gets players and coaches and celebrities to open the cards and tell the stories about the people they see.
Yeah.
Which that's what I think is the joy of it. It doesn't matter what I think about a player. It matters that you're a baseball player and you see that card and it reminds you of the story.
Yeah.
And you might not even remember that story because it happened 20 years ago.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, I remember that guy.
Yeah.
I remember when Pascual Perez threw at me and we got in a fight. Dusty Baker, that's Dusty Baker's story. So I think that's what's great about it. It's the cards are. It doesn't matter what they're worth. It doesn't matter any of that stuff. What matters is the memories and the nostalgia that they bring to whoever's opening them.
Yeah. Let's play a game. I mean, if you pick a card, maybe I have a story behind that
who
card.
you got stories for.
Yeah.
All right. Harold Baines.
Yeah, I just remember when he was playing with the Chicago White Sox, really good hitter, power hitter, lots of RBIs, in an era when the Chicago White Sox were actually pretty good. They weren't too bad.
I feel like he's criminally underrated because he was actually really good. And you sort of lost some of that because of just the era he was in.
Yeah.
But if you look at his numbers, he was good. I know he has ties because he comes out here every year. Tim Flannery.
Yeah. Actually, I know him less as a player. I believe he was a middle infielder with the Giants, but more as the third base coach in those great runs during the World Series, right?
He has a band, and his band comes out and plays in Fresno every year.
Little blues stuff, right?
I happen to know that he was like heavily recruited to play at Fresno State and then chose wherever he went somewhere else.
Yeah.
But yeah, has sort of has friends out here.
Yeah, I think he's kind of around my age, and if he would have gone to Fresno State, we might have been teammates. I would think in the mid-'80s somewhere in
Yeah,
there.
he was.
So,
It was between Fresno State and somewhere else. I know that one.
So, hey, real quick, when is the Taco Throwdown this year?
Taco Truck Throwdown this year is 2 days, July 19th and 20th. That's a Thursday and a Friday. Thursday is the baseball game, like it's always been, with like 30 taco trucks. Friday, no baseball game. We got the 30 taco trucks, live music from Ramon Ayala, DJ Quick. 2 great days of tacos, food, music, baseball, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So I know you're gonna be there.
Yeah, Grizzly Stadium, right?
Grizzly Stadium,
Yeah.
Chancey Park.
Awesome, awesome. I will be there. We've got some tacos and a cold
All right.
beer.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mike. Awesome. I'd like to thank all of our guests today. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe to the show so you can check out our next episode. Leave us a comment. Tell us about the fascinating people you know that make Central California an amazing place to live. Also, check your local listings to view Dine Out along the road in your area. This is Ray Ocanto for Dine Out Bytes saying, let's wine, dine, and discover, but more importantly, let's do it together. Thank you all for watching. See you next time. Go crazy for Fasi.